The President Trump impeachment inquiry rolls on. Today, lawmakers are starting another marathon week of public testimony in those impeachment inquiry proceedings, and the first hearing session of the day is underway right now on Capitol Hill. Jessica Smith is live in Washington with more. Hi, Jess.
Hey there. We are going to hear from 4 different witnesses today, so it's going to be a long day on Capitol Hill. 3 of the witnesses testifying today were on that call between President Trump and the Ukrainian president back in July that really started all of this. In the first session, we'll hear from Jennifer Williams. She is a Russia advisor to Vice President Pence, and she called that phone call unusual and inappropriate. We'll also hear from Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. He's a National Security Council official who was so disturbed he reported concerns about the call. And then this afternoon, we'll hear from witnesses requested by Republicans. Tim Morrison, a National Security Council official who said he didn't think there was anything illegal on the call, but he was concerned it could cause political problems. And finally, former diplomat Volker, he is the former special envoy. He was not on the call. He was the State Department special envoy, and he was one of the so-called 3 amigos that ran that shadow Ukraine policy that people have testified about so far. In his opening statements, Chairman Adam Schiff said that the attacks on witnesses, he really talked about that and how it was inappropriate, that we've seen those attacks from Republicans really on Fox News and even from the president himself. He said these witnesses today are not there because they are for or against impeachment. They're there because they were subpoenaed. And ultimately, this decision of what to do, whether to impeach the president, is up to Congress. Let's watch.
If the president abused his power and invited foreign interference in our elections, if he sought to condition, coerce, extort, or bribe an ally into conducting investigations to aid his re-election campaign and did so by withholding official acts, a White House meeting, or hundreds of millions of dollars of needed military aid, it will be up to us to decide whether those acts are compatible with the office of the presidency.
In his opening statements, the top Republican on this committee spent most of his time bashing the media for its coverage of the impeachment inquiry. A second session with the last 2 witnesses starts at 2:30 this afternoon, and then there will be 5 more witnesses that testify this week. Dan?
Jess, President Trump has said that he would consider participating in this inquiry as a way to defend himself.
Right.
But does anyone think that would actually happen?
No, the president says he is strongly considering submitting written testimony to defend himself as part of this, but I don't think many people are expecting that to happen. A lot of people are skeptical that he would actually go through with this. He did not speak with special counsel Mueller, but he did submit written statements in that case. So we'll watch. We'll see what happens.
Hey, Jess, it's Kristen here. So we've heard a lot of people complaining that these impeachment hearings don't have enough pizzazz or fireworks. Are you at all expecting anything big to come out today?
Yeah, we really don't know exactly what we're going to hear. We've seen the transcripts from these witnesses, but I do think that lawmakers have a lot more questions for these witnesses because they were actually on that call. And that has been a big talking point from Republicans, that all of these witnesses are giving second and third hand information. So I think lawmakers, Democrats especially, are really going to zero in on the fact that they were witnesses to this call. They know exactly what happened.
All right, Jess, good stuff. Have a interesting week there in D.C. I'm sure we'll check in with you soon.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.